Hey everybody, it's Stephen Hines here. And a while ago, I put out a video asking people to buy my book from Amazon, whether you could make it to my book's release party or not, and explain how that would help me as an independent author. And copies of Rebirth Defect have finally made it to my homestead. And I've been working hard at recording the audiobook version here in my basement. And I have a little primitive recording studio here that is, up to this point, only been used for music and once upon a time for podcasting. What I'm going to do is record the prelude, me reading it for the audiobook for your viewing pleasure. So I originally screwed this chapter up when I recorded it, and it was an unsalvageable track, as they say in the music business. So what I'm going to do is go back and re-record this, film it at the same time, and hope I don't fuck things up too badly. Prelude in C for Crucifix, or Jesus Ain't No Swinger, Baby. When I was just a 3-year-old, everyone in my family should have known that I was bound to be an iconoclastic prick. You see, at this stage of my toddlerhood, I was going through a phase in which I felt compelled to mimic everything my older brother did. If Nick picked up a Lone Ranger coloring book when we were in Kmart, then I had to have one too. If Nick asked for an NFL sweatshirt for Christmas, so did I. Of course, my big bro didn't mind this at first, but my parroting quickly began to annoy the shit out of him. Maybe that's why he set me up the way he did. Okay, he claims that he doesn't even remember the entire incident detailed below, but I'm sure you'll see why I suspect him. I mean, we are talking about the guy who stuck a frog gig, a tiny pitchfork used for killing amphibians, halfway through my foot once after all. So, one day I waddled into the hallway outside our bedroom to see Nick gently swatting Mom's crucifix, making it swing gently like a pendulum with our long, thin, yellow wiffle ball bat. I stood and quietly watched while he alleviated his boredom in this sacrilegious manner for about 30 seconds. Eventually, he appeared to lose interest, so he dropped the plastic bat and walked away. Of course, I had absolutely no clue why he was doing this, but that didn't matter. Whenever Nick did, I had to do as well. Those were the rules, man. Now, you have to understand that this crucifix was no ordinary run-of-the-mill, lightweight Catholic statue. This puppy was an official last rites, or sick call, crucifix. As if having a bloody, suffering Savior nailed to 2 planks of wood decorating our wall wasn't depressing and creepy enough, this crucifix was at least 5 pounds of religious guilt and fear designed to assist a hurried and unprepared priest if he needed to bless a dying family member. The crucified Jesus lid slid off to reveal a secret compartment containing little yellowed candles and a glass vial of holy water. This thing was endlessly fascinating to me back then, but as an adult, I can't help wondering how many smugglers around the globe have used such devices to transport illegal goods across borders. Border guard. Morning, Padre. Anything illegal you'd like to declare? Father Cartel Pawn. No, Jefe. Just some holy water and candles. That guy behind me has a few kilos of cocaine and his donkey, though. Being the little 3-year-old Nick worshiper that I was, I just had to pick up that wiffle ball bat and mimic his blasphemous behavior. Nothing happened to him, so obviously everything would work out great for me, right? Wrong. I stepped up to the plate and began gently batting the crucifix into pendulum swing mode. Apparently, it wasn't swinging as much as it had from my brother, so I started slapping it harder. Swat! Wobble, swoosh, swing. Wobble, swoosh, swing, swing. So far, so good. It may have flopped around on the nail it was mounted on, but that just made for a more entertaining game. Hell, Even Nick hadn't demonstrated this much skill, and he was the one who invented this sacrilegious sport. If only he were there to witness my glorious one-upmanship. Swat! Wobble, swoosh, swing, swing. Wobble, swoosh, swing, swing. Kablam! Ouch! Holy hell, that damn crucifix had flown off the wall and nailed me right in the mouth. I touched my pudgy toddler fingers to my upper lip and felt some warm liquid. The taste of iron filled my mouth. As soon as I saw my unholy blood all over my digits, the pain quadrupled and I bawled like a little heathen baby that I was. Wah! Of course, Mom came running to see what was the matter, and she was not pleased to see her blue-eyed baby boy bleeding all over the carpet with a defiled deity in pieces around him. Still, she scooped me up and frantically scrambled to the car. Of course, once she plopped me in the passenger seat and started heading for the doctor's office, her motherly sympathy just gushed forth like water from a rock struck by Moses' staff. Ha ha ha! Wait, I forgot. We're Catholic. This would have never happened if you hadn't been mocking God, she screeched, glowering over at me with murder in her eyes. You see, he was watching, and this is what you get for disrespecting the Son of God. Most of Mom's rant whizzed over my 3-year-old head, but I got the gist of what she was saying. You don't fuck with Jesus, Junior. He'll open up a can of heavenly whoop-ass that you can't even imagine. The lecturing, of course, continued the entire way to our family doctor's office. How she managed to get me in without an appointment, I'll never know. It wasn't the ER, for God's sake. These days, I can't get in to see my family doctor without 3 days' notice. Then again, it was 1972, 4 years after Rosemary's Baby came out. So maybe physicians had a secret drop-in policy for hellbound toddlers. Nurse: you say your son did what? Oh my, come right in. We'll squeeze little Lucifer or Stephen right in. Today, Mom doesn't remember if my upper lip was stitched up or if they just slapped a Band-Aid on it. Call it reaping what I sowed, karma, or simple physics, whatever. But I still have an impressive scar that runs along the right edge of my philtrum. But it was worth it. As my man Tyler Durden once said, I don't want to die without any scars.